Okay, guys. Now, this first example, it's not really asking us to do any math. It's asking us to look at these events and tell whether or not they're disjoint or overlapping. It's kind of like last night's homework when it said, should you use permutations or combinations? Let's look at this and determine which one it is. All right? So when I look at the first one, it says roll a number cube. Okay? Now, in this instance, event A is roll a number less than 4, and event B is to roll a 5. Now, Kyle, is this a disjoint or is this overlapping? The question is, do they have a common outcome? It's disjoint because they don't have a common outcome. And let's talk about it for just a minute. Okay? The probability that we roll a number less than 4 is 3 out of 6. Do you agree there are 6 sides to a number cube? Right? And 3 of those numbers are less than 4. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? All right, here are the possible outcomes that satisfy A. Okay? Now, 1 out of 6 satisfies B, right? 5. And you can look at these and see there are no common outcomes. What's the probability that one or the other will happen? Well, it's the sum of those two probabilities, right? The probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B. Okay? And so I would just get 4 over 6, and of course we always reduce a fraction, we get 2 over 3. Okay? So that's the probability of one of these two things happening. All right? Now let's look at the second one here. Ruben, help me out with this one. It says, randomly select a student. Now we have an all-boys school. Okay? So, but I want you to imagine that we're a co-ed school. We have boys and girls in the room. All right? Or just imagine a classroom with boys and girls. It says, select a 7th grader, select a boy. Now, is this disjoint or is it overlapping? It is overlapping because I can have a common outcome. I can choose a 7th grader that is a boy, right? Now, there are some 7th graders who aren't boys, but it's otherwise known as 7th grade girls, right? Okay, good. But there is some overlap, okay? Now, I don't have some numbers that I can choose to show you the probability for this one because we're not dealing with a classroom of girls and boys, okay? But because in this classroom would be 100%, yes? Because everyone in here except me is a 7th grader, and everyone in here is a boy, okay? All right. Good job on that one, guys. Let's look at example number 2.